Hey guys, Mike here. So today I'm here to talk to you about Skyscraper. In this review, I'll be going over a brief summary of the plot, my quick thoughts about the film, and whether or not you should go and see it. So I'm going to try and keep this review spoiler-free. However, if you don't want to know anything about the film and you want to go completely blind, then it's just come back to this video once you've seen the film. So with that, let's get started, shall we? So Skyscraper stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Will Sawyer. In Skyscraper, Will Sawyer is a former FBI Special Forces agent. After a hostage situation goes terribly wrong and he ends up losing a leg, he starts up his own private security firm. 10 years later, he is approached by one of his old FBI colleagues to be a third-party security inspector for the new tallest building in the world. Just after he's about to give his seal of approval for this project, the building is attacked by a bunch of terrorists who want something from the owner. And if that wasn't bad enough, his family is inside the building while this is happening, and he must do everything he can to try and save them. So right from the get-go, you can always count on The Rock to give a likeable character in a half-decent action flick, and this film is no exception. If you're going into this film expecting a top-quality script with great in-depth characters, then I think you've got the wrong film here. But if you're looking for a nice, distracting popcorn film with fairly decent special effects and half-decent action, then this is the film for you. Despite the fact this being a mediocre, slightly above average action movie, I wasn't actually bored with this movie. It kept me focused throughout the entire film, and I had quite a decent time with this film, except for two reasons really. The first one being that this scene wasn't in the movie.
The Pearl is the tallest, most advanced building in the world.
You've built a vertical city, but you've brought with it every single safety and security challenge that I could think of. Not only have you brought them all indoors, but you've trapped them 240 floors in the air. No one really knows what would happen if things go wrong. But I'm just a glorified security guard, so what the hell do I know anyway?
This was pretty much the only time in the movie where you get to see him be a competent security inspector. But unfortunately, this scene is not in the movie, so you don't really get a chance to see him be a competent security person, and you don't really get to see why they hired him in the first place, other than the fact of it being a favour. The other reason being that myself personally, I'm not a big fan of heights. And as you could have guessed from a film called Skyscraper, he spends a lot of time above ground and looking down at big heights. So there's so many times where he's slipping, or so many times where he's nearly fallen, where I'm just there on the edge of my seat completely nervous. Though obviously knowing that he wasn't going to fall because it's a Rock movie, there's no actual danger for him being the main star. But still, it didn't stop me from clinging onto the arms of my chair and being completely nervous all the time. And my god, there were so many silly things in this film. And I know this film isn't striving for realism, but there comes a certain point where you're just like, okay, that's just not going to happen. But in the end, other than this film being just a die-hard ripoff, the film just boils down to this.
Shut up and give me some tape!
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Overall, guys, the story was fine, the acting was fine, the special effects were fine. This was just a half-decent popcorn film. And if you're looking for anything more than that, then I think you're going to be disappointed. However, if this is right up your alley and you love these cheesy popcorn movies, then I can absolutely recommend this film to you. But to be honest, of the two Rock films that are released this year, I think you're better off sticking to Rampage, because it pretty much just does more for its genre, and overall it's just a better movie. Okay guys, that's my quick review of Skyscraper. If you've seen it, what did you think about it? And what's your favourite high-rise movie? Whatever it is, drop it in the comments below, and until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!